football and basketball teams. We want to thank everybody for being here for what is really an exciting day for Syracuse Athletics. Thanks so much for your sharing of it, and looks like we've drawn quite the crowd, quite the curiosity, and we thank everyone for taking time out of their day to take part of it here at the Destiny USA. It's great to be part of this facility, which, as you know, has drawn so much attention lately for the dining and shopping and retail options, but it's so important for Syracuse Athletics in general and the football program in particular to be exposed and to be in these environments throughout the community, here and beyond, wherever that may be throughout Orange Nation, if it's here, if it's downtown, if it's Buffalo, New York, and wherever our alums are throughout the world. So we thank all of you for being here, and we say hello to everybody who may be watching and getting today's news. We have multiple announcements that we have to make for you today, so we hope we can keep your attention, try to keep up, and at the end we'll recap it, we'll tell you what we told you, and wrap it up for you, but there's lots of excitement that we are ready to share. We're also very fortunate with the power of the university, the way that it attracts people, the best and brightest in terms of undergraduate students from wherever they may be. And one of the great exciting things is for our alums that go off and do great things, that they come back. And there's no greater example than Floyd Little. Floyd is a true, meaningful connection from the past and the very best of the past, particularly in Syracuse football history, the legacy of 44, and a very meaningful living and breathing connection to our current and future student athletes. Floyd's door is open all the time, and the student athletes and recruits are well aware that they can build a connection with him, and they reap the benefits of that. So to get things started today, we'd like to welcome one of the all-time greats, a college and pro football Hall of Famer, number 44, Floyd Little.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, and welcome everybody. It's so good to see so many people out here, and it's just an honor to be back at Syracuse University, where it all started for me, and to be a part of the history. And I don't know, history means old, so I just want to say I'm a part of Syracuse University, and I welcome everybody from the future to be a part of that. But I want to just talk a little bit about our history. Our history at Syracuse University has been great, as you know. We've had 7 Pro Football Hall of Famers and 18 College Football Hall of Famers. So we've had a tremendous history, and we want to continue that. We want to continue that with our new players and our new coaches. But one of the things that I've asked to be here to do is to introduce our new coach of the year, Coach Shafer. Now, I've watched Coach Shafer over the last year, in the last couple of years. He's responsible for our 3 bowl games that we've had. Probably you don't know that, but Shafer's been a real effective coach for us. I think we are honored to have a Coach Shafer as our coach, because I've watched what he's been able to do with our young people. He's assembled some of the best coaches that he can find that are not only coaches but teachers. And when I watch and listen to Coach, I learn. He has found that I'm able to be a little bit sensitive to some of the things he said in the locker rooms after the game, wins and losses. We have a coach now who has a vision. He has an understanding. He has a purpose. And he has the resolve to get Syracuse University football back where it belongs. And that's at the top of the heap. He did a great job this year, in his first year, getting us to a bowl game that he won. Our team beat the 2 teams that beat us in our first 2 games. We lost to Penn State and Northwestern, and he beat the team that beat them in the final game of our season. But Coach Shafer is not only just a coach for me, he's a friend. He's a guy that I enjoy listening to. I watch how he motivates the kids. He's been in my office and Herm Fraser's office more than he's a part of us. Coach Shafer has really embraced our community. I think we need to embrace him as well as he's embraced us. I know as a player and as a person who's been a part of Syracuse University history and football, that he is truly the coach that will get us where we need to be. I respect this guy. I love this coach. And it is my honor to say to you, we have a hell of a coach. Please welcome our coach for now and for always, Coach Scott Shafer.
How's everybody doing today? All right, we've got some Syracuse fans out here. Let me start off by saying thanks to the band and the cheerleaders, because I think that's really the only reason everybody started walking over here. So that's a great thing. And let me also say thanks to Destiny. You know, for me, it's just great to get out into the community and come out to this. We got people up there too. This is great, man. What's going on up there, huh? All right, that's what I want to be able to say in the dome too. Look up there and say, "Let's go." But just to be in Destiny is exciting for me because it's such a wonderful atmosphere here. It attracts all of us in the community, and you know, being a small part of the community means a lot to me and this team. And you know, I've always talked a lot about how we want to represent this program in a first-class fashion, but we also want to make sure it's your team. So for those of you that are out there, thanks for stopping by here this afternoon. We really have 3 orders of business that we'd like to talk about today. And, you know, the first one is our scheduling. 2015, we're going to play against LSU. LSU is going to come to the Dome, and I'm really excited about that. You know, life is short, and you only have so many opportunities to take on unbelievable challenges. We talk to our kids about always stepping up to the plate and taking on challenges, and the opportunity to see an ACC school in Syracuse take on an SEC opponent in the Dome in 2015 is what it's all about. Life being short, bring it on, and that's the atmosphere we want to create around here. I want our community to feel excited about the fact that not only will we play the best of the best in our conference every couple of years in the Dome, but we'll also invite some of the great teams around the country. LSU's storied tradition against Syracuse storied tradition is what it's all about. And I think when I look at that matchup, you know, even though it's a couple of years away, I see the 2 conferences that have really been dominating. And, you know, the SEC always gets the upper hand, it seems. But let's not forget that it was an unbelievable season for Florida State in the ACC. Unbelievable season for Clemson. 2 BCS teams that went out there and really put the ACC above the SEC this year. And our first year as a full conference. So I think we're off to a good start. I think John Swafford with the ACC, our commissioner, has done a great job. So that was the first order of business. But what's more important than 2015 is the 2014 season and really finishing up 2013 going into 2014 with our recruiting. You guys all know that it's the players that make the plays. And it's the kids that are behind the face masks, and it's the kids that we're trying to recruit into our culture here at Syracuse that'll make the difference. And the one thing about targeting the core of our program, which is really the players and the future players, the recruits, is we want to be able to really market our brand. Do a good job with branding Syracuse University and the football program. Outside my hallway is really from when we first started football at Syracuse all the way up into the present. And the thing I noticed the other day when I was walking down the hallway and looking at so many greats, including Floyd, was not only how the players changed, how the uniforms changed, the equipment changed, but just the way it looked and the generations. And you could look at a uniform that had 3/4 cut off and stripes right here. Maybe Bud's the only guy that remembers that. And then you look into what it's become each and every year. So I'm excited, and I think the bug's kind of out there, but I'm excited to kind of move forward with the second part of today's process, and that is to introduce to you the new look of our uniforms going into this season. We've had an opportunity to team up with really the world's greatest sporting industry in Nike, and Nike came out to design these uniforms with us. And I'll talk more about that as we show you, but we have Matt Park that's going to help me with this here, and we'll get started right now showing you guys the new uniforms for the 2014 campaign.
All right, Shafe, you and I are not necessarily fashion plates, right? But
no, I'm not.
This one guy who's been in the program, I thought all along maybe this guy could be a model. So let's bring out the first look, folks. Here it is. You've heard the anticipation. You've felt it. Here's the new base home uniform that you'll see in the Carrier Dome, modeled by Tortora.